Well, hello. Have you heard about the law of the true will? The law of true will. Well, let's talk about the law above it is do what thine will. And the law above that is do what thine will in love. That, my dears, is the whole law. But we're going to go down a couple notches to the law of true will. What is it? Come on in here. Y'all know I'll be going into the 5D and all that, but that's nothing new. Hi, for those who don't know me, I'm Adina, and I help you understand some of these immutable laws. I go into the 5D through meditation, and I come out with some inspiration or some insights. Sometimes it's vision, sometimes it's an auditory thing. But either way, I have been a script writer. That means automated scripting. I've done that all my life. And it wasn't until I understood this law that I began to accept who I am. And the law of your true will says, be who you are and do what you will. That means call unto you whatever you were designed and created to be, to do, to have, to experience, to understand. And in that doing so, you will unlock your full potential mentally, spiritually, uniquely, universally, socially. All of who you are can be unlocked when you accept that there is a law, an immutable, unchangeable law called the law of your true will. Now, for me, it was a struggle because I grew up in a time where you couldn't be yourself if you had spiritual abilities or if you tapped into the spiritual realm knowingly and unknowingly, or if the spiritual realm tapped on your shoulder and said, hey, you want to know about the calendars of old? That's what happened to me. And the reason why I'm bringing this up today is because I look around and in my inbox, I have no problem with people inboxing me, trust and believe. In my inbox, how do you be you? What are you doing? I see you doing what you're doing, but why? What? I'm like, what is she doing? I'm like, well, say what you mean to say and mean what you say. What you're saying is, what are you talking about? And I've never heard this before, and I've never heard you talk like this before. So why are you talking like it now? He's like, yeah, that's what I mean. So what I'm saying is, I'm being true to myself. I made a conscious decision to operate in the fullness of my true will, irregardless of who don't like it, who's uncomfortable, who has an opinion, who don't know me. It's okay. It's all okay. Because when I didn't have anyone, when I went through all my trauma, and when I went through my illnesses, and when I almost died recently, I looked around and my room was empty. There was no one encouraging me. There was just people looking from a distance to see if she gonna die this time. So I understood when I got up. I told God, when I get up, I'm going to talk about all the things you've done for me. So in the spiritual realm, you have guides. My guide happens to be Amen. My guide happens to be Anu. I have multiple guides that I commune with. Who do you commune with? It's all up to you. Whoever, your ancestors, that's fine too. Because I got royalty in my ancestors, and I think I'm about to call them up too so that they can bring this boil in my blood to be in alignment of who I truly, truly am. And the birthright that they stole from me, my lineage, to be returned. But that's another story, my love. 444 on the clock. We're going to do this, baby. So, let's understand what happens when you don't operate in the law of your true will. Well, you're disgruntled, dissatisfied, ill. You're operating in illness or dis-ease because you have not aligned your beingness or begin to vibrate and operate and experience the fullness of who you are. So actually, you're going against your core belief system. Every time I was in dis-ease is because physically, mentally, spiritually, I was not accepting reality for what it was. I had a closed mouth. I wanted to say things and I didn't want to hurt the next person, but I absorbed all the hurt. I absorbed all of the illness. That means uneasiness, the dis-ease. Life is about you being at ease. You come here to experience joy and it more abundantly, so you have to be at ease. You have to usher in peace and calm in knowing when you be true to yourself, all things will be true to you. And all of it's okay. Everything has a purpose in your life. It may be to sharpen you. It may be to bring character. It may be to heal you. It may be to just make you laugh. It may be. And so in the let there be or it shall be, because those are immutable laws as well. The first law is for you to be your true self. Now, there's a saying out there, which is not a law, but you might as well put it under the law because it says to thine own self be true. Now, I'm about to interrupt somebody right now. He says, put no other gods before me. Uh-oh. Who are you? I am. Well, that's the God that sent. He said, I am that sent him. Okay, in that same theory, he says, put no other gods before me. Well, who do you say? Me. Put no other gods before you. We all are godly beings we all are spiritual beings having a God experience through us. Greater is the He on the inside of us, the God in us. Put no other beings, gods, circumstances, idealistic processes before you. See, people don't really want to go. The Bible says it will fool the very elect. Meaning, the first law is put no other gods before me. Me. Put no other gods before you. All those gods. Do ye not know that ye are gods? Oh, I just went on a tangent on that one. But all I'm saying is, if you operate under the laws that are in place, to thine own self be true. Because a lot of times we say, man, I don't want him, I don't want her, and they make me sick, and you become sick and you don't understand that you made you sick. And you really did want him, and you really did love her, and you just didn't like their actions. And you didn't want to operate inside of those actions or choices that were made that included you or did not include you. And it made you a little bit uncomfortable, or it made you at ill ease, made her feel ill will inside of you. But if you be true to yourself and say, nobody's here to hurt me and no one can make me angry but me, because only time anger rises up is that I'm not being treated well or my communication has defeated us both. Someone is not operating how I perceive them to be able to operate, or that their mouth said that they would operate. So therefore, anger has welled up. Or if somebody is making my being feel threatened, then anger wells up. So we are at dis-ease. But when we operate in the fullness of the law of your true will, you will find that you will be able to manipulate the elements, astral project, receive, discern. All these things will come unto you. Dr. Adina Hope, look out for more. Follow for more. And look out for my new ebook about the laws that are unmutable. It's coming out soon.